but it is what it is. So hey, good morning, guys. For me, it's been a pretty interesting morning, I should say. Just a lot of stuff going on, and I want to tell you guys. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It was Valentine's Day weekend, and so I just kind of want to just give you a quick recap of some things that we did, and then I'm going to get into talking about what I wanted to talk about today, which was seeing a movie that you worked on and seeing it come to like a platform that you recognize. I've seen projects I've worked on end up on Amazon, on gosh, Prime, now Tubi. Like being able to see some of the projects that you work on end up on streaming platforms that you recognize is such a surreal feeling. Even going to a premiere was a surreal feeling. So I want to talk a little bit about that. So it's going to be kind of a little bit of a short live stream, but I just kind of wanted to share it because I was really excited. So I had a good weekend, and I took my son out. We went bowling, did some, just fun stuff, ate some In-N-Out, and just kind of hung out. Just kind of blew off some steam, right, from the weekend. And we had a really good time. But yesterday, I decided, actually, no. Well, I started watching it Saturday, but I finished it on Sunday. It was the first time that I actually got to see the film A Trip. I'm sorry. Oh my God, why am I blanking out, dude? Hold on. Let me get some. A Trip Elsewhere. Come on, brain, wake up, dude. It's only like 9 o'clock. So it was the first time that I actually got to see the film in its entirety. So I wasn't able to make it to the premiere, which they had last year sometime, and put it into a bunch of festivals. And I just wasn't able to attend any of those, unfortunately, just because of what was going on in my own life. I just had a lot going on, other projects, and so I just couldn't make it to one. So for this film, it was directed by J.R. Sawyer. And first of all, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about that. There is a teaser and the link to Tubi to actually watch it. But I want to tell you, watching JR in action, I didn't realize that he was actually, because I was only there, I think 3 or 4 days out of like the 10-day shoot. So I was only there for a few days. I didn't realize that he was actually not only directing it, but he was starring in it too. And it's probably because all the scenes we shot were from the other actors, and then the days that he was shooting on screen, I wasn't there. So I was really impressed. I was really impressed with him, and not only on screen, but as he directed. And so what I've learned and what I've taken away from so many different directors is that they all have their own unique directing style. And JR was just so calm, but knew what he wanted, knew what he was looking for. Sometimes when we'd get it on one take, he's like, that's it, let's go, let's move on. And so even though I was there for photography, ooh, someone's car is going on. I was there for photography, like I still observe, and I'm still learning, and I'm watching how he's directing, I'm watching how we're moving the cameras and what they're doing, and I'm documenting it though. Even though I only got credit for like a photographer, I still shot video, which we'll see if we end up doing something with that too. But watching him in action was actually really cool, just to see his leadership style. And that's what it is, guys. As a director on set, you get to see someone's leadership style. And so super cool to watch him in action. It was even cooler to see him on screen, where I was telling my kids last night, my son and then my niece were kind of watching it with me. It's so cool to see something that you work on come to life, but to see it in different angles, with like not only the final cut, but all of the CGI that was put into it. And so it was just really, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain this other than if you've really been on a project, to see like it happening live, and then to see the final product with music, and it's like an experience. And then it's such a different experience because I was there. It almost feels like I was there, but like, it's kind of like if you go to I got it, I'll explain it. It's like if you go to a baseball game, right, and you watch it, and you're watching it live, and it's great. You can feel the emotion or whatever. And then you watch the replay on TV and it's got music, it's got titles, and you're just like, whoa, that I was there, but it didn't feel like that. And I think that's what I experienced last night. I was like, whoa, this is pretty freaking awesome. So I just want to share a quick story too about it, which I was sharing with my niece, because my niece was asking me a lot of questions as we were watching it together. And so I remember telling her last night, I said, you know, when we're there, we're shooting stuff. I don't think I read the entire script. Well, actually, maybe I didn't even get the script. I don't know, because I kind of got added on late to that project. But I remember that we were shooting multiple variations of a scene. And so, and I didn't understand why at the moment. Like I said, I'll be transparent with you. Sometimes I show up on set, I have no idea what the film's about or no idea. It's just, we get in, we start working, we do it. That's the director and the act. They know what they're trying to get. We're kind of just observing sometimes, you know, and if I have the script, maybe I'll read it, which I have on many occasions, but sometimes you just get called on and then you just jump on set and you don't really know. And I think that was kind of the case with this project for me, where I didn't have time to read it. And I was telling her last night that there were certain scenes that I was like, why did we shoot so many variations of that scene of her coming in through the door or something, right? And it was kind of like, to my surprise, realizing that in this film, which I didn't even kind of talk about what the film is, it's four friends that get together. It's during COVID, which was actually shot during COVID, but that's kind of the theme where they're all kind of in this COVID world, and they decide to take LSD and they just go on this wild trip. That's why it's called the trip elsewhere. But those variations that we took in different variations of the scene was because it's kind of similar to, there's some points in it that's similar to like Inception, like a dream within a dream. And that's why we shot so many variations, is because it would kind of reset to them waking up and they're still part of another variation of the dream, which you're like, what the heck? But that's what kept it so intriguing. That's what kept it so, kind of had me on the edge of my seat. Like, where is this going? Like, which reality are they in right now? And I'm not going to give away the whole plot or anything like that. We could talk about that maybe later on, but it was such a cool concept. And so I urge you guys to go see it. I put links, check out the trailer, which I have in the description. The link for it is in there as well to watch it on Tubi. And then I also included some links to JR and his film company. And I also left a link in there for some photos that I took. So they're on my portfolio. And so there's a link to that if you want to see some of the behind the scenes. Like, watch it first. Watch it. And if you watch it, come back and comment and let me know what you think. The CGI in it was actually pretty cool, dude. And then go check out those photos and you could see, like, you know, the days that I was on set. So there's those moments that are really cool where you're watching it and then you're like, oh, I remember that scene. Oh, I remember that what happened in this scene, or I was here. And so it starts bringing back memories. Like, I even remember where I was standing while they were shooting that, you know? So like it just jogs a bunch of memories. And it's cool to kind of see even the actors. Like I emailed JR last night just to tell him, like, I was so impressed with the acting in it as well. Like, I really was. Like, everyone did the cast did an amazing job. And what I was telling my niece last night is that we did it kind of with the small crew. On the days that I was there, it was a really small crew and just the actors, and maybe there was the DP, their assistant. I think they even did the gaffing because there wasn't a gaffer. So they did all of that, the lighting. There was a sound guy. There was me. And then there was a producer / script supervisor, JR, and then the actors. So it's like less than 10 people. I want to say about 8 people or something like that. So to see that you can do that with such a small crew and come up with this film, it was really amazing. And you know what really intrigued me, and I would love to pick JR's mind, is that the visual effects in there were really, really cool. And I'm just curious on how much planning it took. Because there was only 1 or 2 scenes that I remember that we shot that we had to use some green screens and stuff like that. Very few that I saw. But the amount that probably happened when I wasn't on set was was pretty cool. I mean, they probably shot a lot of it. So like, I'm always curious how you plan for that. Like, you have to really know what you're trying to achieve, and that's why it's called a shot list, where you know, today we're shooting these specific scenes, and we need these specific shots so that we have like the final film in mind when we're editing. And so I was really curious, like, wow, like this took a lot. I didn't count, but it was a lot of scenes with visual effects, especially once they take the LSD and the world starts to get weird, and then there's moments that they're walking and the background starts to shift and animate and do, like, it was really freaking cool. And I was just like, wow, that took a lot of planning. So I encourage you guys to go check it out. Like I said, I have links in the descriptions. Check it out, leave comments if you see it, ask questions. And so because this is a live, and I would really like to do a live where I can, maybe using like OBS or something like that, but do a live or just do a video to show, like, hey, on this day we were shooting this and this is what it was like. And then, you know, that way I could break it down versus just going live. Live is really cool too, but I want to be able to break it down more. But I just wanted to share, like, when you see your own work, it was really, it gets you motivated to like get out there, because it's been slow the last year because of strikes and that was the year before, but even coming out of last year, like, it was kind of slow. And so to see something that you worked on a few years ago finally come to life and come onto a platform that you recognize, it's really inspiring. And so what I'll leave you with this, because I got to get going right now, is that what's really, really cool is that my son saw my name for the first time on a film, like at the end, you know, on the end credits or whatever. And my niece was sitting to the right of me, and it was kind of like a touching moment. I don't think I told her, but I kind of just absorbed the moment where she said, "That's our last name. That's our last name on the screen." And so it's really cool. It's really cool to share that. Really cool for them to see that these last couple years I've been busy working on things, and they don't always see that, you know. They may see some things on Instagram or whatever, but they never see like the final product all the time. And for them to see it, and then for them to see, you know, our last name on screen, it's very, very powerful, but it's also humbling. Like, because a couple years ago I wasn't doing this, guys. And this is my message that I want to share with you, and why I was kind of inspired to get onto this live stream, is that a couple years ago this wasn't a reality for me. I was working in a job that I hated, with dreams and aspirations of going into film, not knowing how I was going to do it, but I did it. And this film, if you watch the previous live stream where I talk about Mandy.com, that's where I found this film. This film was looking for people on Mandy.com, and I got onto the gig because of that. So so check it out, guys. I'm really pumped. I'm just super excited to see something that we worked on come to life, and super proud of JR and the rest of the cast, amazing cast. And just check it out. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. Like, it was really interesting, like very, very interesting. And so maybe in the future I'll share a little bit more behind the scenes and some things that I took away. But my major takeaways were, one, learning a director's style that I really truly appreciated, that he was very respectful, very calm, very focused. I feel like I kind of fall into that realm as a leader too, being in management for so long, level-headed, and then just bringing that vision to life, and then just blowing me away with that vision, which I just didn't get it. Sometimes when you're on set, you don't get it because you don't have all the visual references, but man, it was super cool, super cool. The color grading was cool. The visuals were cool. The cast did great. Man, check it out. Please, please check it out. Leave a comment below if you like it. And ask questions. Ask questions. If there's something that you see on there, ask a question. And that's pretty much it for today. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Got to get to work. Got to go drive some DoorDash today. Got to make some money, man. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later, all right? Have a good one. Be safe. Talk to you later. Bye.